So you're telling me Nebraska could win it all?
Just give us a chance. No one wants to see a 12 seed Nebraska in the tournament.
No.
If you're All right, this is the Boys Down Bad podcast. Back with another week. Boys, good pod today. We've got Anthony Grant on later, so stick around for that. Starting running back for the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Fantastic interview with him. Great dude. He's going to have a big year this year. I can feel it.
Well, when you go 12-0 and win the Natty.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe a Heisman?
Could be a Heisman.
Possibly a Heisman year for him? Could be.
Good.
I don't know. So stick around for that. That's later. Right now we're going to talk about Husker basketball because the boys are scalding hot. Big win against Minnesota on Saturday. I was there. Chris, you were there.
I was there.
It was pretty.
Did the little boy watch?
Yeah.
Yep.
Good.
Still undefeated when he watches?
Yep.
Good.
Okay.
So we're watching tomorrow. It's a little late.
8 p.m.
You got to stay up for this one, though.
Yeah,
he goes to bed a little bit around 8, so maybe
give him some juice. Just give him
some juice.
Give him some juice to stay up.
Yeah.
Give him a little extra caffeine.
Yeah. Put some caffeine in his milk.
No.
Yeah.
He already doesn't sleep. He doesn't like he doesn't like falling asleep. He'll sleep all through the night.
Just put some caffeine in that milk bottle and it'll be fine.
Yeah.
He won't know the difference.
Mix some Celsius in there.
Yeah.
Shout out Celsius. No free shout outs.
Yeah.
But yeah, boys, big win on Saturday. We're filming this on Monday because we want to watch. We normally film on Tuesday, but we want to watch the boys play tomorrow.
Yep.
At home against Michigan State, and they won.
They did win. Senior night.
Pretty
Senior night,
easy too.
Great win.
Yeah. Crowd was rocking.
Mm-hmm.
Knew they would be. Honored four guys.
Mm-hmm.
Our boy Sammy G.
Sammy G.
Good career for him.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Derek Walker.
Derek Walker.
Friend of the pod.
Same. Yep.
And then Bandamel
and
Casey.
And Casey.
Casey worries me a little bit.
Yeah. It worries me that he's doing senior night tomorrow.
Yeah.
Are his parents here?
His parents are here, and it's the first time they've been here since he's been at Nebraska.
Because I figured they would stay for Tuesday.
Yeah. So it's the first time and probably the last time they'll be here. If he comes back next year, I doubt they make the trip next year.
Yeah, probably not.
Which some people say that's why he's doing senior night already. But
yeah. Well, hopefully he stays. But I mean, I understand.
I mean, he can't, as an international student, he can't make NIL money, so he could just go play in Japan or somewhere overseas and make money already or next year. So I can't blame him if he was like, I'm just going to leave and go make money.
If we were smart, we'd try and get in like the Bahamas, because once he's not in the U.S.,
then he can make NIL money.
Because that's what Sheboy did at Kentucky. They played in the Bahamas. He signed all the NIL paperwork. He made money.
Yeah.
So Trev, if we don't want to leave him or if we don't want to lose him, let's play at the Bahamas.
Yeah.
Let's play a couple games there. Why not? At the game on Saturday, so I was there. Chris was there. The student section started a Dylan Rhule chant because Dylan, number one recruiter
he walked
in the
by
nation,
the student section.
He walked by and he was watching the game for a while, and they started chanting Dylan, Dylan, and he stood up and threw the bones. It was electric. How could he not come here?
He's got a lot of offers, as he posted yesterday.
Yeah.
So
what a letdown that was.
Yeah.
So one thing about, I guess, the thing that I was confused on, I thought he was posting something. It was some like recruiting like edit account.
Oh.
But
everybody thought it was him going to be
Yeah.
posting something.
it was underwhelming. I texted the boys that I was pretty underwhelmed by it. I have a little recruiting rant. I don't know if we want to do it now or should we?
Let's talk a little bit more about basketball.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So big game. Or we won. Beat
We won
Michigan
Tuesday.
State, and then we have
Now it's huge on Sunday against Iowa.
at Iowa.
At Iowa.
Coming off their insane win this
Yeah.
weekend.
Can't believe they won.
Um,
They beat Michigan State, so maybe Michigan State came in here a little flat, a little deflated.
Yeah, I think so.
We took advantage.
The PBA is gonna be rocking. I would assume this would be the most electric atmosphere.
I would assume so. With it being
senior
senior
night.
night.
Big game.
And
Big
you have
team.
to win.
Have to win.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
You did you film there?
Nope.
'Kay.
Nope. I'm just went as a fan.
Okay.
So I got to go as a fan, and
We love that.
it's always fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm proud of the team. You know, I came on here after the injuries and was like, I'll be happy with 1 or 2 more wins, and we've got like 5.
Yeah.
So like, it's incredible what they've done, what the coaching staff's done.
It sparked my love for basketball again, for sure.
Yeah, because it's tough. Like, typically as a Nebraska ball fan, you're typically checked out by February.
Yeah.
You're kind of like, well, if we string like 1 or 2 more wins, maybe we get a win in the tournament, maybe we make the NIT, and that's like what you're just hoping for. And now it's like, well, if we can beat Michigan State, which we already did, beat Iowa, and then see what happens in the Big Ten tournament, it's not a 0% chance. It's not super likely.
Yeah, but there's hope.
Yeah,
And
that's all you can really ask for. And when we're recording on February 27th.
Yeah.
Nebraska has the best basketball record in February of all Big Ten schools.
Ooh,
5-1.
That's a win. We
So
like
there's
that.
11 high major teams with 1 loss or less in February. UCLA could win the tournament. Houston could win it all.
Yep.
Marquette, Texas A&M, Pitt, Alabama, maybe they could win it all. Vandy, Kansas could win it all. Miami, UConn, Nebraska.
That's good company right there.
So you're telling me Nebraska could win it all?
Just give us a chance. No one wants to see
no,
a
yeah.
12 seed Nebraska in
No.
the tournament.
No.
No
if
one.
you're that 5 seed,
Yeah.
or no, because, well, if you're the other 12 seed who has to play in the playing game,
Against
Yeah.
us, then you don't. Yeah, we'll
You're
steamroll
worried.
them.
Yeah, you're worried.
and then if you're that 5 seed, you're also probably,
Yeah.
because if Nebraska wins out, we have to win 2 games in the tournament.
Probably 2, maybe 3, but I would guess 2 would get them in.
I mean, you're looking at a team who has, in February, we would have went 6-1.
And then you'd be like 3-1 in March already.
Yeah.
I mean,
Any bubble team in the Big Ten tournament? So what is that? Penn State,
Penn State, Wisconsin,
Rutgers,
yeah,
isn't Michigan?
Michigan.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
don't want to see Nebraska.
yeah.
in your
Could be
first
Michigan
round.
State
Could be.
since we beat them. I mean, they got 17 wins.
You don't want to see us. is
No.
all I'm saying.
No.
So
Trev needs to
Um,
come out and say Hoiberg's coming back. It's
Yeah.
kind of pissing me off.
announce that he's coming back
Yeah,
next year.
because he was on the hot seat going into this year.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
I think
people should assume that he's coming back now, but like recruits don't know that for sure. And like, it would be nice if Trev would be like, he's coming back next year.
Yeah.
A lot of confidence in him after what he's done this year.
'Cause
So
we had
recruits know, like, all right, if I commit here for the next year or 2, Hoiberg's going to be here.
Because we had that. Is he a 5-star center?
Yeah, 7-2 from
7-2.
Kansas,
Yeah.
number 25 nationally.
Is
That
he
would
good
be
or tall? I need to know.
He's both.
Okay.
You remember Bol?
Yeah.
It's his younger brother.
Oh, really?
Ooh.
Yeah. So yeah, he's
Jesus.
good.
Okay.
Very good.
We like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, if we can get him, things will be rolling.
We haven't talked a ton about college basketball just in general on the pod so far this year because it's tough for me coming off football. You're so invested in it, and then trying to learn about every team in college basketball is a daunting task. But that was my mission this week. Listen to a lot of podcasts. Tried to inform myself. I want to be educated. So when we fill out the Boys Down Bad bracket, we'll have some.
It'll be perfect.
It'll be perfect. Yeah.
Because last year's was horrible.
It was terrible, but it
It's last
happens.
year.
Yeah.
So in general, an overview so far for this year is it's been crazy. Like, there's a lot of times you'll have a Kentucky, a Kansas, a Duke who is dominant,
Yep.
Clearly the best team in
clearly
the
the
country.
best team.
Those blue bloods, like
Blue
traditionally.
Bloods. But that's not the case this year. Duke is down, North Carolina's down, Kentucky's hot right now, but
They've
been
been
down.
down.
And it's cool to watch. I don't know. It's
There's a lot of
refreshing.
parity. Yeah,
Yep.
a lot of parity.
It was crazy seeing, like, North Carolina, who was on their way to missing the tournament, was favored against the number 6 team in the country.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
They
when
ended
you
up
know
winning.
it's crazy.
I mean, Hubert Davis is not great.
No. Well, they weren't great last year until they made the tournament, and then they got hot in the tournament and won 5 games in a row.
Yeah.
Like, they just got hot for that 2-week stretch. Like, they didn't have a great record. They had like 12 or 13 losses last year. So, I mean.
And they went on a Nebraska run.
Yeah.
They did.
Yeah. No, anybody could win it, I think, this year. I don't think you could say, like, confidently that one team is, like, they're going to make it to the finals. They're going to win it. Like,
yeah.
I just don't think you can say that this year, which is it's going to make it fun to watch.
Yep. Conference tournaments are coming up. I think one started yesterday, maybe.
Yeah.
Smaller. I don't remember which one. But the Big 12 it's just reminded me a lot of football this year. Like, anyone can beat anyone. Oklahoma is a complete anomaly of college basketball. Like, they blew Alabama out by 30, and they also get beat by 30, like, every third game.
Yeah.
It's insane. But the Big 12 is good. Big 10 is good, and Big East is good.
Big East is somehow good. They got a bunch of good teams. ACC's down, which they've usually been considered one of the best.
Yep.
And then SEC is average.
Yeah.
4 good teams, and the rest are
when
like
they don't
bad.
have Kentucky or Florida.
Yeah. So they got Alabama, Tennessee, A&M are basically the 3 good ones.
And
then Kentucky's like,
hot.
yeah, on the up and coming.
Yeah.
But yeah.
What are our before conference tournament picks for the tournament?
So for each tournament?
No, just for the total.
Oh, for who's going to win?
Yeah.
Boy. I'm going to go with Kansas as a repeat.
Grady Dick.
Yeah, they're just playing so good. And they're like, they don't have any like superstars, but they're like all good.
Yeah.
And like they can play defense, they can shoot. They don't really have a big guy, but that's fine. But yeah, I'm going to go with Kansas.
Okay.
I mean, I think it's lining up. Alabama's either going to win it all and become. I think they're on their way to being like the next Duke.
Yeah.
Just everybody hates them.
Yeah, true.
Like Nate Oates is kind of a dick.
Yeah, he is.
He's doesn't have the best judgment.
Which, did you see that intro, by the way, for Brandon Miller?
Yes. Apparently he's been doing it all year.
Yeah,
right?
they've done it all year.
But like it just lines.
I would have
up
gotten a
perfectly.
new one.
Yeah,
after all that crap.
That's bad taste
like,
right there.
You gotta not do that.
I just think, it's dumb to say like, oh, I think Houston's just gonna win it because they're the best team in the country. I think Alabama, like they can play so well, and I think they have that villain aspect where, I mean, that Brandon Miller dropped 40 the day after the stuff all came out. I don't know. Like, I don't know if I want them to win it all. I could just see him getting hot and just being that like villain.
Mm-hmm.
But
for some reason in my head, just anytime I think of like Alabama or Houston in the NCAA tournament, I just think of like losing in the Sweet 16.
Yeah.
Like I feel like they never really make a lot of noise.
Yeah.
Did Houston make it pretty far last year?
I think Elite 8. They've made it to Elite 8 a couple times in the last couple of years.
But they never
make it to the Final
them
Four,
as like a threat. Like,
no.
But
my Alabama take is more I could see them like winning it in basketball, and then Saban comes back and like follows it up with a football title, and just like really shows like you got to come through Alabama to win any sort of men's tournament.
Mm-hmm. That would be crazy.
But like I think Kansas could repeat too.
Yep.
I don't think there's going to be that like North Carolina as like there's been so much parity this year, but I just don't think like how North Carolina got hot last year. I don't think some like team is going to come out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Just because there are 4 like solid 1 seeds that I could like if it was all 1 seeds in the Final Four, I wouldn't be shocked. Where you'd normally hardly ever get that.
Yeah.
It almost never happens.
Mm-hmm.
So
I really like UCLA. I think Hawkes and Tiger Campbell. I will always remember those names.
Yeah.
Just
they've been there for
they've
so
been there
long.
for 50 years.
They've been there a long time.
Who is the other guy they lost this year?
Juzang.
Johnny Juzang.
yeah.
I think
and their uniforms are cool.
Yeah, they have so
Yeah.
much just tournament experience, and they were in the Final Four last year or 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Yeah.
With
That was
tho-
when they
with
beat
those guys.
Gonzaga
Yes.
in that great game 2
Mhm.
years ago.
They were both on the team. I just
Yeah.
feel like experience is huge, and I don't know. We'll see what happens. But you think Gonzaga will get over the hump this
Timmy,
year?
Drew
Timmy Turner.
I'm not very high on Gonzaga this year.
They might not win their own conference.
I've watched them play a couple times, and if you do, so I've watched them play St. Mary's, who they played the other night.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And if you just screen at the top of the key and then have your big guy roll, they can't defend it.
Yeah.
Gonzaga struggles. Like, it's baffling how they can't figure it out. It really is.
And that's playing in the
I'm yelling at my
WCC.
TV like this is what they should be doing, and they just don't do it.
Yeah. Has Salas been playing much or not? I haven't watched it.
He plays like 10 minutes a game.
He should come home.
Yeah, and I also heard Hepburn's not happy at Wisconsin.
Ooh.
So
bring
watch
St.
out.
Thomas back.
We get
From-
Chucky.
Loyola.
Yeah.
Yep.
So get Chucky and Salas and St. Thomas, and
That'd be
See what
interesting.
happens.
That'd be interesting.
then you got a squad.
The other name I remember from the tournament last year was Chris just shouting Vescovy every time the guy from Tennessee shot a three. He's
on the team.
back. Yeah,
He's on the team.
He'll be there.
Tennessee sucks at shooting, though.
Yeah.
He's gotten worse. But I'm sure come tournament time, I'll say the same
Oh yeah,
thing.
Vescovy.
I remember you were at our house, and we were filming our reaction because we all
Yes.
hypothetically bet on Tennessee,
We were in on Tennessee.
and they were losing.
Yep.
And we were like trying to get him to come back, and he just kept shooting.
Yep.
So we just kept
chucking it
yelling
up.
his name.
It was
But,
awesome. Yeah, I don't know. It's difficult for me to switch from football to basketball, but it's the time you just have to force yourself to.
Yeah, middle March. Take those couple days off work because it's the
Yep.
best. That Thursday, Friday is
Elite.
Can't be beat.
might be the best day in 2 days in sports. I don't know if I
Could be.
could
I
find
mean,
2 more days that beat
The
it.
waste management and Super Bowl being on
Yeah.
the same
Yeah.
days, that was big.
But like you just got
Yeah.
basketball from 11 a.m. to midnight, just all the way
That is
through the
pretty
day.
great.
Yeah.
It's coming up.
Yeah.
Let's move into the down bads for the week. Chris, do you have one?
I do.
Okay.
Came prepared a little bit.
Nice effort.
I'm going to go with Live Golf. So they had their first tournament this last weekend, and it was at Mayakoba, which I think is in Mexico.
Yes.
I think I'm playing that
You are?
this winter. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I think so.
I think it's located in Mexico.
I think it's in
Um,
Cancun.
And the PGA Tour used to have a tournament there. But anyway, it was on TV for the first time, Live Golf. And their ratings did worse than the world's funniest animals on the same channel later that night.
I
What
did
cha-
see this.
is it like
It's like CW.
CW.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like they got such bad ratings, nobody even went to the tournament.
Oh my
I heard like
gosh.
fans didn't show up. Like it was just
I don't
it
know
was a
why.
big joke.
I don't know why they play outside of like either the States or in like Europe, because nobody's flying to Mexico for the
Yeah.
weekend to see a live tournament.
No.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's just not Liv's market. I mean, they do have a lot of like guys from South America, but
But you already got the European tour in Europe, and you got the PGA Tour in the United States. Go play in Saudi Arabia, all these other
Yeah.
countries. It's just, I think Live Golf is going to disappear here soon. It just,
Yeah.
the problem is they don't have, like, it's crazy to say they don't have a money issue because they're not making any money,
Mm-hmm.
but they're never going to like,
yeah, I mean, all the oil stuff over there is going to keep
Yeah.
them afloat if they want to be, but like
Right.
at some point these players are going to, maybe not, but like got to be fed up with nobody watching or no fans coming to the tournament.
I heard something that Brooks Koepka might
That's what I was
have
about to
some
say.
buyer's remorse.
Yeah. Which, I mean, it makes sense.
And I think it was on Foreplay. I think Dan Rappaport said that the PGA, like it's rumored that he is in talks to come back to the PGA Tour and Jay Monahan would take him.
I think the
Because-
PGA Tour would take anybody that, well, some guys that would want to come back.
I
They
was
would-
I was
they
wondering
wouldn't
how
take
that
Phil.
process would. Yeah.
Who?
I was wondering how that
Phil.
process would go.
They wouldn't take Phil.
They'd take DJ back.
DJ pissed me off on Full Swing. We'll talk about it later.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
But
yeah, Live Golf. Just
I
the
think
product is not very good.
Golf is. It's not a team sport. I know we have the Ryder Cup, we have the President's Cup, and those are electric to watch. But that's when you're like playing for your country. When you just have a team of,
it's four
guys,
and it's 3 days.
3
day
days.
tournaments.
No cut.
No cut. It's just dumb.
They're wearing shorts.
It's not fun to watch.
It's just not.
I think
It's like, who cares?
where they missed with the team aspect was whenever you go on a guys trip, I would say 95% of the time, you have one team and you have the other team.
Mm-hmm.
There's not, like, if you have 10 guys going on a buddies trip, you're not playing 5 different teams.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's where I think they kind of misused the team aspect because nobody cares about the 4 aces against the range goats against somebody else.
Well, and their teams are not even remotely competitive.
No.
Like, some of the teams are so stacked.
One is like
It's like DJ, Patrick Reed, DeChambeau, and
Pat
No
Perez.
Name or something. It's like, and the other one's like Koepka, the other Koepka brother, Matt Wolf, and who gives a shit?
Yeah.
Like,
When you have that many teams, because like the
spread
Ryder
them
Cup,
out.
the Ryder Cup and the President's Cup is electric because there's 2 teams.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like
That's a good point.
you don't, and like any guys trip, unless you have, even if you have 20 guys, you're playing 2 teams of 10.
Yeah, and is it just straight up for the?
I think it's just, yeah.
Yeah.
They need to do like one
Stroke play or something.
Stroke play, one alternate shot.
Yeah.
and
Match play.
Scramble.
Yeah.
If they did if they said we're gonna do 3 rounds, and it's match play, like do a scramble and then alternate shot,
Yeah.
I would maybe watch if it was like, if I turned on my TV and I randomly hit CW, I'd be like, oh, they're doing a scramble today. I'd like to see how 4, professional golfer, how low they can go.
That would
Yeah.
be cool, actually.
Yeah.
Like I would maybe like tune in for like an hour, and then I'd be
Mhm.
like, this is stupid because they're playing 54 holes and like,
Yeah.
Yeah. So hopefully Live Golf disappears.
Yeah.
Players
it's-
come back. But, yeah, they missed the mark.
They did miss the mark. Peters, what do you got?
Yeah, so my down bad is the philosophy of not fouling up 3. So
Mhm.
I'm not like a diehard like like every single time you have to. I think it's very like situational. You saw 2 teams, Wisconsin doesn't foul up 3 and
Yep.
they choke. I think that one, Chris was saying that with that little time, it is hard to foul up 3 because if you foul right away, he's probably going to get a continuation. You send him to the line for 3 shots.
Yeah.
My thought was Dickinson caught it with his back to the hoop, so I think you can foul there, and it's on the floor.
Yeah.
If it's like 3 seconds and you're inbounding it from like the baseline, it is tough to say like you have to foul because you can catch and shoot so fast.
Yeah.
I hate when teams do it, but I get why they do it.
I think
if
it's
you're trying to
smart.
win the game. It's not fun as a fan to watch it because you
No.
want to see that buzzer beater 3.
Yeah.
when,
Or,
you
like,
know,
see them throw it up.
or
and
see them.
just try and tie it or
Yeah.
whatever.
And then Michigan State didn't foul up 3. That one was I don't know, like
That one was worse.
yeah, because
Yeah.
they were up 12 with like 1:20
Yeah,
left,
that was an
They were up 11
insane
with
game.
40 seconds left.
and you
And
don't
they
foul.
Didn't even cover.
Yeah,
It's 5.5. Getting 5.5. So they were up 16.5 with 40 seconds. But
And they
just go on.
They lost by 6.
And they lost by 6.
Yeah, nice.
That's
I think
classic.
That's up there with worst beats.
That's my all-timer.
Yeah, that's an all-timer.
it is very like you're giving away points, and I get why some coaches are like, I think my guys are better than they are, so I'm not going to foul. I'm going to make them make a play to send it into overtime. But you're just seeing it more and more now where teams are losing because they don't do it, where I don't understand. Like, it is very situational. Like, you can't do it every single time, but I think if you're somebody who's like, team should never do it, I'm like, I just don't understand.
Yeah.
I understand the principle behind it. I don't love it as a fan because it does slow the game down. Takes longer.
And you want to see that buzzer beater 3.
Yeah.
You
like,
want to see it. At least
And it depends on
attempt it, but-
how your team shoots free throws.
Yeah.
Like for Nebraska, if they're up 3, I'd rather have the team shoot a 3 to tie it than us foul, and then we have to go to the line to try and make 2 free throws to be up 3.
Yeah.
So, like, if your team is, like, a bad free throw shooting team like Nebraska, then maybe you don't foul because
I never thought about that.
you don't know. I mean, we might not make both, and then they shoot a 3, and then you lose.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like,
it's true.
Kind of just depends on the situation, how much time, how good are you at free throws, that kind of thing.
That's a good point.
But most of the time, you should foul.
Yeah. And it's not a great product when they start fouling up 3 because then it takes longer, and it's like I don't want to watch a free throw contest for the rest of this game. But I don't know. I think like during March and like at this time, like you have to do it because you're playing for way too much not to. And like Wisconsin now, if they like struggle in the Big Ten tournament,
don't make the tournament.
They don't make the tournament. That would have been because that was at Michigan.
Yep.
So it's probably a quad 2 win if they win there.
Yeah.
And that's a resume booster. When you already took a tough hit on your resume losing to Nebraska, you kind of got to make one of those games up. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I get why people do it, and they probably should. But my down bad is me because I'm falling into the trap of football fans when there's no football get very bored, and they just, concoct lots of things in their head, crazy theories, and unfortunately, most of my Facebook feed is Dallas Cowboy fan accounts. I don't even follow them. Facebook just pushes them at me, and they have these crazy takes of, oh, the Cowboys are probably going to sign Josh Jacobs, get rid of Zeke. It's like, that's never going to happen. But I made a list of names that I saw today. It was Josh Jacobs, Saquon Barkley. So they're going to get rid of Zeke and get Saquon. DeAndre Hopkins, which
I could see that.
I could see that.
Could see it, but still
stretch.
It's a stretch. And Stephon Diggs, which I could see it because his brother's there, but still a stretch. He's not leaving Buffalo. Yeah. Everyone knows that.
Yeah.
But these crazy Cowboys fans write these articles and just get my hopes really high, and I fall into the trap every time I click into it. I read it. I'm like, it takes me about 5 minutes. I'm like, that would never happen.
And then you go on to the next one.
Go on to the next one. You said you saw.
I saw
Odell. Do they just come up on your feed too, or how do you see them?
I see them on Twitter.
Yeah.
I don't know how. It's just like sports stuff that comes up, and it's like I've seen Mike Evans from Tampa.
Nope.
I've seen Odell Beckham.
That one makes sense because he's a free agent.
Yeah.
That one makes
Those
sense.
are the two that I saw this week.
Because like with Zeke or with Saquon, so the Giants are gonna trade.
I don't know.
They're not going to trade him inside the division.
I didn't even click
Inside
into
the
that
division?
one because I was like, that is the craziest one I've heard.
No.
Because you also have Tony Pollard.
True, trading inside the division.
They're not going to trade him to an NFC East rival.
They probably wouldn't
That
trade
guy,
him.
whoever
They probably
shoved
wouldn't
that
even
out is
trade him to an NFC team. If they were going to trade Saquon, they would not trade him to an NFC team.
No.
It's like, yeah,
because then you
Packers,
you run the risk of like Saquon beating you to get to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Right. And there's just
or
no
just
way.
win the and
And they have Tony Pollard. They do need a wide receiver, but some of the names they're throwing out, it's like, come on.
Mike Evans, I
Come
can
on,
maybe
guys.
see.
Maybe, but
Who's their quarterback going to be? Kyle Trask.
Blaine Gabbert.
Both
You
of
think
those
they'll go
options.
get someone? They have to.
They might try and draft someone. Maybe.
Oh, I
Or a
have a
rookie?
draft thing.
Okay.
Have you guys seen Anthony Richard?
Yes.
And
Yeah, it's
Heisman,
egregious.
the number one. He went from like
Yeah.
8,000 to 1. Now he's like 8 to 1.
It's egregious.
Because did he have a pro day or something? Like what
Pro
was
days
the
haven't
reason?
even started.
Why did
It's just like them watching his film, I guess. But he could go anywhere from number 1 overall to like 4th round, is what
Yeah.
people are saying. Like his range is so wide.
I would take him over Will Levis.
I would not.
Peters would take any quarterback in the draft over Will Levis.
For sure, C.J. Stroud and Bryce Young. And
Richardson,
then Anthony Richardson.
is Cam Rising in the?
I don't think so.
I mean, he could be. I don't think he is, though.
I think it's
Would
probably.
you take Cam Rising over Will Levis?
Oh, that's where it's like I understand why people like Levis. Like, if he was standing right here, I would understand, like, yeah, like, I would understand. I get that if I'd never watched him play. And you said this guy is a D1 player, I'd be like, yeah, that makes sense. But then you watch him play and he sucks. But like Cam Rising, he's not checking all those boxes.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I don't remember what we were talking about. Oh, Anthony Richardson.
Cowboys. Well,
and Cowboys, yeah.
You being down
That's
bad.
classic. And
Well, just get on the hype train. I mean, just.
well, that's what like I'm gonna buy in, 100% buy in. I said that.
Maybe
that was
you'll
a
get
take I've
hold of
had.
him.
Maybe.
DeAndre Hopkins.
Jerry Jones
Odell.
likes to spend.
I do think they need to get rid of Zeke,
Yes.
but I think you'd be stupid to get rid of Pollard.
Yeah, they won't. They shouldn't get rid of Pollard.
They should not.
Because I feel like the Giants are only taking that call if you're giving away Pollard and Zeke for Saquon.
Yeah. Did you see Daniel Jones is trying to get a bag from the Giants?
Yeah, I saw he was trying to get
45 million.
Just
I feel like that's like aim high. Like he goes high, they go low. They meet in the middle at like 30.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
just it's crazy because at the beginning of the year they thought they were probably going to like it was a prove it year for him. Like they were going to possibly cut him.
I also think that it's smart for him to ask for a ton of money because you either pay Daniel Jones or let him walk and you try and draft somebody.
Yeah.
But if you're not going to get those top 3 quarterbacks, then it's like, okay, if CJ Stroud goes early, Bryce Young, and Will Levis, are you going to take a chance on Anthony Richardson? Like, maybe. But then what if he gets in there and he struggles like he did at Florida at times?
I don't know. I don't trust Anthony Richardson at all.
No. I think it's crazy that his number 1 overall pick is his odds are that high.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Peters, you had a rant you mentioned earlier.
It's kind of rant / like everybody just like relax. So On3's recruiting rankings came out today, the updated list. So they haven't. Dylan Rhule was the number 1 recruit in the country up until today. He's number 6 now. People are freaking out. He's only dropped because his interests are Nebraska. He wouldn't be the number 6 if Georgia was still in the lead. Newsflash, they are still in the lead. And he still dropped. It's because they haven't updated the rankings since October. So they don't update them like weekly. So I just think people need to relax and like look at when the last recruiting rankings came out because it's just such an overreaction to say, oh, well, they don't like Nebraska, so that's why he's dropping.
Yeah.
It's not like he went from 1 to like 20.
No.
He went from 1 to 6.
And that's overall recruit, right?
Yeah, that's in the 2024 class. So like, are we really going to get that mad about getting the number 6 recruit?
No. That'd be
And
I would love that.
it's probably because like some kids are probably playing 7-on-7, so that helps. And all I saw on Twitter today was, oh, On3 hates Nebraska. That's why he's dropping. He's still a 5-star plus. He's a 5-star in every recruiting service. If he would have dropped from like a 5-star plus to a 4-star, then I would have been maybe like, well, is it because of the Nebraska interest? But it also doesn't help Nebraska fans that it comes out the weekend after he's in Lincoln.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just kind of bad timing.
Yeah.
But
I think it's kind of bullshit that you can drop in the off season, but it is because stuff like is happening. Some guys are playing 7-on-7.
Yeah.
Kids are going to camps and other stuff.
Yeah, everybody just needs to relax a little bit. I still think he's coming here.
He's coming to Nebraska.
Yeah. We'll get him.
Let's chill out.
We'll get him.
We will. I really don't see how he doesn't come here.
Yeah. I don't see any way he doesn't.
I walked by him on the street by the rail yard after the game.
Say hi?
I didn't. He
Is
was
he-
kind of like a little bit far away. I couldn't really say anything.
No.
Is he tall?
He was a
He's
couple inches
average.
taller than me. He's probably 6'1", 6'2".
Yeah. I mean, he's not super tall.
Yeah.
Just your average height, I would say.
Yeah.
For a guy.
Seems pretty built.
Yeah.
Good body. Good frame.
Yeah.
That was the thing. I didn't know how tall he was.
Yeah. I would say 6'1", 6'2", probably.
Yeah.
I mean, I still am very confident he's coming to Nebraska. I think George is out. I think they've offered a 2024 quarterback. I think it was Todd Monken was their offensive coordinator. He left to go to the Ravens. He was the major recruiter for them at Georgia. I think it's Nebraska or USC, and I think they've already offered somebody for next year's class. And that guy, whoever that quarterback is going to sit behind Caleb Williams this year. He's going to learn their offense. I think it just makes a lot of sense that he's coming to Nebraska.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I kind of get why people freaked out because it was right after he was in Lincoln.
That was bad timing.
I think and I don't know, like Arch Manning was the clear-cut number 1 recruit in the 2023 class. And then he committed, and then Nico jumped him.
Yeah.
And then Arch Manning was 2. So it's not like this has never happened before. It's just it happened at an unfortunate time, and I don't know why they don't update rankings, why they take
that's
4 months to do it, but
I don't know. Well, everyone just take a chill pill.
Yeah. Just
if
He's a good ball player.
yeah, it's not like they're saying he's bad.
Yeah.
He's still the number 6 recruit in the country.
Yeah.
We'll take that.
We will take that any day.
Yeah.
Chris, you want to give a little Hinge update? You said you had a
Yeah.
slight update.
Yeah. Got a match today, actually. This
Ooh.
afternoon.
What did she like you? Or did
Yeah, she did.
which picture did she like? Or comment?
She liked the wedding one that
Nice.
Jordan sent me.
Give it up. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Good job, Jordan.
yeah, good job. Thanks
Good
for
work.
the
Glad
help.
I could help.
Yeah.
So
So we're giving up for Chris for a match.
Yeah.
That's why I clapped. That wasn't
Oh,
ready to clap
I was
for
applauding
myself.
you.
I was applauding you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and then I started clapping. I'm glad I could help.
but yeah,
good.
it's going fine.
Any progress on any of these?
I mean, talked to her throughout the day, so see where it.
You talked to her already.
So you listen.
What was the opening line?
Well, she wants to learn how to play an instrument, and last year I learned how to play the guitar a little bit.
Nice.
So I was like, maybe I could teach you how to play guitar.
Now, how does that?
Well, I asked her what instrument she wants to play, and then she said guitar.
Okay.
And so since I kind of learned how to play,
Yeah.
I was like, maybe I
Where
could
does
teach
that
you.
like conversation starter come from? Was that like one?
That
of
was
the
one of her
prompt-
prompts.
Okay.
Was like,
I was gonna say
I want
that's
to
a
learn how to
wild-
play an instrument.
Ah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say
And I
that's a
was like,
wild
oh,
place.
okay.
to
She was
start.
like, yeah.
Yeah.
I'd love that.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
So yeah.
Ladies love the guitar.
Yeah.
So you might need to practice up a little bit.
I will need to practice.
You can't.
I don't
you
think
can't
I've-
go in there and bomb
No.
after talking yourself up like
yeah.
that.
So I gotta touch up on my guitar skills.
Yeah, you can do that.
It's one YouTube video away.
All right. Last thing I want to talk about is Full Swing, the Netflix documentary about the PGA Tour. I know we all watched it. I just finished it last night. Thought it was really good. I liked it a lot.
Netflix
Yeah.
did a good job.
They did a really good job. It's cool to, like, when the episode starts and you can see what direction it's going. Like with the first one with Justin Thomas, I knew he won the PGA,
Mm-hmm.
so it was cool to like watch that progress. Yeah. So I really like how they did it. They did a good job.
I wish they went a little more chronologically because
Yeah.
the world ranking, like, I don't know if you like noticed how it kept like they keep like jumping. So if you don't like follow golf, which I don't know how many like new people who didn't watch any of golf last year started watching this, but it's like, how does Scotty Scheffler go from whatever he was to number 1, and then all of a sudden like Rory's number 1?
Yep.
Like how does that happen from 2 episodes?
I also didn't like how they, like, the first episode was JT winning the PGA, and then the second to last episode was Mito choking in the PGA.
Yeah, because it was about rookies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think they should do. That's got to be hard to do though, because if you're following different players and their stories.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they
Sometimes
weren't going to
overlap.
initially they weren't going to have Scotty Scheffler even in it.
Really?
He
Same
said,
with Rory.
yeah, like until because he hadn't won on the PGA Tour, like he wasn't that. I mean, he was good, but he wasn't like star.
Right.
And then like he won those 3 or 4 tournaments in a row, and they were like, okay, we got to add Scotty Scheffler in this, to an episode or whatever.
Yep.
So that's why they added him to the one that he was in. So, I mean, I think they adapted based on the results from last year. Kind of like they had a set idea of who they wanted in it, and then obviously people went to live, so they kind of neglected some of those guys.
I think season 2, I think they'll follow at least the majors in chronological order.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you're gonna know who's hot right now. Like I wouldn't mind like showing not like the Masters right away. Like have that be like episode like 3, kind of giving like an update on. I feel like they'll do like a live episode of like, here's what happened, because they talked about it, how it was this like new league that's offering a ton of money,
but they didn't have any like footage.
Yeah.
Much footage of it.
Yeah.
Or
they'll they'll have some of that.
Or they'll have like players talking about like what it was like during last season.
Yeah.
With all the guys leaving. I think it was really good. I'm dying. Like I know there has to be a season 2 now.
Oh yeah.
I would assume they'll do it every year.
Yeah.
They should.
I need a Max Homa episode.
Max
that'd be
Homa.
fantastic.
I think that'll be
A Rom episode.
I
think those
Rom
two
will be big.
will for sure, if Rom will do it. Which I mean, he did foreplay, so I think
will.
he's opening up to doing like more like media, like alternative media.
Yep.
It's like Homa will be a good one. Rom will be a good one. I wouldn't be shocked if there's one with like Tiger.
Yeah. I wonder if it'll just be on him. Obviously, they're gonna have footage of him. It's like if he wants to do it or not.
Yeah.
I think the only reason he would do it is because he is right next to Rory with all of like the like expansion that the PGA Tour is doing.
True.
Yeah.
So maybe like if he goes on full swing and is just like pumping the PGA Tour, his thought might be like, if I pump the PGA Tour, that hurts Live more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they have like the new like TGL.
Yeah. I bet they'll do an episode on that. Because
Yeah.
when does that start? Is that this year? Or is
I
it?
think it is this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be on like Monday nights or something, I think they said.
Yep.
Yeah.
Something like that. I like the Damon episode.
Damon
He's
was
just like a
awesome.
dude.
Yeah.
Like
And I just loved like
somebody's
those-
got to be the 70th best golfer in the
I
world.
loved like the little stories that like I forgot about, like Damon leading the
US
US
Open.
Open. Like I totally forgot about that.
Yeah.
Until it was just cool to see all of it progress.
Yeah.
But they did a good job. I liked how obviously they were going to, but they really made it seem like Liv was just like the bad boys. Like no one likes him.
Yeah.
The Brooks episode,
I
felt
think
bad for Brooks.
Yeah.
Like, they kind of trashed on him.
But he's a mental head case.
He is, and I didn't know that.
I didn't either.
Would have never thought that. Like he always seemed like cool and collected, and he's like, oh, I can't beat these guys. Like they're just better than me, and like I don't even remember who won the Masters this year.
If any player that went to Live got a win in like the public size, I think it might be Brooks Koepka, because I felt bad, like, because I never really loved Koepka, because he was just like I don't like golf. I'm an athlete. Like I could do whatever I want, but I just happen to be really good at golf. And it's like all these guys are so good that like, and they care. And it's just hard for me. It was hard to root for somebody who just like clearly doesn't care.
Yeah.
So it was interesting. Like I felt bad because he is going through it.
Yeah. He was really just I feel like you saw a lot of the mental side of golf.
Yeah.
You see these guys like play golf and like you get mad at them for playing bad or something, but then when you see that like their home life and like how they take that to there, or how they separate it, like Finau does a great job of that.
Yep.
I really liked that episode.
Yeah, where he brings his family to all the tournaments. And you just see like the teamwork. Like it's not just, I mean, it is an individual sport, but like how much they work with their caddies. They have a trainer that travels with them to every tournament. They have, nutritionists, all this kind of stuff that, I mean, golfers you don't think about. You're just like, oh, they just got to walk 18 holes and hit a white golf ball.
Yep.
But it's like they actually prepare. They, it goes beyond just what they do on the course, which was kind of cool to see too.
Yeah. So I thought I had one other thought, but I forgot it. Oh, DJ.
Oh yeah.
I thought he was an asshole in it. I never really liked DJ that much, like his whole career. I didn't really like when he went on his just absolute tear. Was never really a big fan of him. But yeah, I mean, I get what he was saying when he was like, it's if you in any of your jobs, like if you get offered to work less and make more money, anyone who doesn't take that as an idiot, it's like there's such a difference there.
Yeah.
But I get it.
I mean, yeah, I like DJ. I mean, he really has nothing else to prove. Like, he's won majors, won 30-some tournaments. Like he said, he's like, I don't have to prove anything to anyone anymore. Like, I've done what I needed to do in golf. Like, people want to hate me, they're going to hate me, but they can look at my stats and, like, it shows for itself.
Yeah.
But
yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
Excited for season 2. All right, it's roulette spin time.
Okay.
We're up to
$45 each.
Ooh.
Big payday for somebody.
I'll go plug him in.
So Trevin had 13, he said.
Yeah, let me just confirm that. Yeah, Trevin has 13. Tommy usually goes 22.
I'm going with 18.
24.
And Dylan is going with 0? 0. He's going for back-to-back weeks of 0.
Should I call Trevin still?
Nah. He'll get a nice text if he wins, though.
All right, ready?
Yep.
Come on, 0.
18. 24.
Oh, it's not even close.
10.
10. Oh.
Gosh. It's just 18's not even close to 10.
Yeah, I was the complete opposite side of 0.
Where is 18?
It's not even close.
It's not even, it's just.
Nobody was close.
Just bad.
Well.
Dealer wins again.
Just increase the pot.
We'll
Next week is 50 each.
Next week is 50 each.
50 burger.
Yep. It's tough. All right.
Anthony Grant interview
right now. Check it out. This is the Boys Down Bad podcast, and we are super excited to welcome on a very special guest, Nebraska running back Anthony Grant. Boys, give it up for AG. AG, thanks for coming on, dude. We appreciate it.
Sure, no problem. So I'm happy to be on here.
Absolutely, we love it. So I wanted to start by talking about my favorite Anthony Grant memory. One of the most popular plays of last year was your run against Rutgers when you ran that dude over. We had Chancellor Brewington on a few months ago, and he said you actually knocked that dude out cold. Is that true?
He said I knocked him out cold?
That's what he said.
Nah, yeah, I knocked him out. He was over with. He was limp for real.
Take us through that play. Like, when you hit him, did you know like exactly what happened? Like how hard you hit him?
Sure. I mean, I knew I had hit him hard, but I ain't know that he was, you know what I'm saying, that he was asleep, you know. Like I ain't know that he was knocked out like that. Like I knew I ran him over, you feel me? But I ain't know I had did him like that for real.
That's awesome. That was my favorite moment from last year. So you have one of the coolest nicknames that I've seen. They call you Pac-Man. How did you get this name?
I got this name when I was at my JUCO in New Mexico. I had like one game I went off for like I had 398 on the ground, and I had like 10 receiving. So I finished 12 receiving. So I finished with like 408. So you know what I'm saying, I had went crazy that game. I had been eating all year, and like that game I like probably at like 4 or 5 on the leaderboard. And then like after that game, like I shot up to like 1. I just started eating all year. Then I became the number 1 rusher in JUCO. So then that game that I ran for 398, that's when they started calling me Pac-Man. They started calling me Pac-Man Grant.
Because you've been eating.
Yeah.
We love it. Well, that's sick. What was it like running for 400 yards? Like, were they just not even touching you?
So I mean, yeah, like every chance that I got that I had got to rock, or every chance that I got to, you know what I'm saying, break an open run like I did, like it was fun. It felt like a field day out there, man. I felt like a kid just running on the just running the whole game, man. I had loved it for real.
That's awesome. Well, I wanted to go back to kind of the beginning of your career. So you originally went to Florida State and then went to JUCO and then ended up at Nebraska. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
So can you take us through that story and how you eventually got to be a Husker?
Yes, sir. Coming out of high school, I went to Buford High School, a small town in Georgia. I went to Buford High School, little small school. Well, back then it was my freshman year we was 3A. Then my junior year we went to I think we went to 4A my junior year, and then my senior year we went to 5A. And it was smaller back then than what it is now. We 7A now, but you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so I went to, you know what I'm saying, Buford High School. After that, I was committed to Tennessee. But the coaching changes or whatever got, you know what I'm saying, messed up or whatever. And like I had reopened my recruitment, and I was still going to, you know what I'm saying, well, taking visits, going on visits and stuff like that. I had ended up flipping to Florida State on signing day. So I flipped to Florida State on signing day. And then I was at Florida State for a little while, but after a while, you know what I'm saying, it was just some stuff with like me and the coaches and stuff like that. And I had ended up leaving or whatever. I left Florida State, and despite going into the transfer portal, I had decided to like go JUCO, get a year or whatever, you know what I'm saying, whatever I had to do. So I decided to go JUCO, told all my family about it and stuff like that. I went JUCO. I went to Garden City. I was there for about a little bit, but I had ended up, you know what I'm saying, ended up wanting to leave. So I had left. That's when I left there. I went back home. I worked the job a little bit or whatever. And then I had left, and I went to, well, my coach had called me. He told me he had a school for me. I was going to go to Georgia military, but he said it was some school in New Mexico. You know what I'm saying, that wanted me to go there or whatever. So I'm like, all right. And then, you know what I'm saying, that's when everything, you know what I'm saying, really went uphill for me. I got back into football after taking probably, it felt like 2 years. I didn't play a down of football from 2019 to 2021.
Really?
Yeah.
Jeez.
So it was probably like 2 years or something like that.
Was it tough getting back into the swing of it?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was a little tough time for real, but like, you know what I'm saying, I ended up, you know what I'm saying, getting everything right. It was a real reality check.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying, me, you know what I'm saying, getting back to in everything into football. And you know what I'm saying, I was like, ultimately I was happy, you feel me? I was happy that I was back. I was happy, you know what I'm saying, to just, you know what I'm saying, be on the field. Like the first year I won MVP. No, I won MVP of the conference that I had played in. Both of the seasons were in 1 year because the first year was the COVID year or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the first year was in the COVID year. And then the second year that came around, like I probably won like every award. Like it was like it was crazy for real. Like,
was there like a switch that flipped for you between those 2 years that let you do so well?
Yeah, it was. It was when I first got there, I was like, you know what I'm saying, I was new to everything. I was overweight. I was big. Like I had gained like so much weight. I'm like God damn. So like the second year that came around, like I was, you know what I'm saying, I was adjusted to everything. I was, you know what I'm saying, like, you know what I'm saying, I was, you know what I'm saying, I felt like I was at one, you feel me? I felt like I was great. Like I felt, you know what I'm saying, like too ready.
So how did you end up getting to Nebraska? Because you came obviously under Coach Frost. How did that interaction start?
I started coming to like practice when I was at JUCO in Nimi. They started coming to practice and stuff like that. Coach Cooper, if y'all know who that is, Coach Cooper, he was the like the assistant coach last year. Yeah, he was coming to practice and stuff like that. Like that's when they started recruiting. Like I didn't know they was gonna throw the offer. Like to be honest, like it was really like my biggest offer. I had some more offers, but You know what I'm saying? That was my biggest offer for real. All the other schools were cool, but I just knew it was Nebraska. Like tradition that's here, you know what I'm saying? The Husker power, like, you know what I'm saying, everything. Like I knew if I came here, like I'd be successful.
So obviously when you came here, you made a massive impact. In only 1 year being here, you were the first Husker, I was looking up today, you were the first Husker since 1950 to have 100 yards in each of your first 3 games. So that's coming in and making an immediate impact. What was that like coming out of JUCO, getting to Nebraska? I'm sure you were super nervous, like, do I still got it, at the D1 level, come in and then you just absolutely ball out. What was that like?
It felt like unbelievable. It felt amazing. Like, you know what I'm saying? I loved it for real. Like just coming in, straight out of JUCO, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It like really been like my first time playing, you know what I'm saying, playing at running back at the D1 level. Well, I did at Florida State, but I ain't, you know what I'm saying, I ain't get the ball for real. So just to touch the ball for real, like it was, you know what I'm saying, and you know what I'm saying, do what I did and have 100 games in the games that I did. The first couple games, like it was really, really fun, like really, really fun. So
yeah, so kind of looking at this year and the new coaching staff, what's kind of the biggest difference that you've seen, even just like in the workouts? Has there been like an immediate like big difference that you've seen?
Yes, it's been a really big difference. Just like all the new coaches that's in there. You know what I'm saying? Everybody in the weight room, like everybody wants like to get better, and you can tell by like the mindsets that's in there, what accountability they're trying to hold us up to, and what they expecting from us. And you know what I'm saying? Just the whole culture that Matt Rhule brought in, the people that he brought in with him, like it's really showing, you know what I'm saying, the difference in Nebraska for real.
Yeah, it's exciting to watch. I've been seeing a lot of videos on Twitter about these workouts that you guys are going through, and they're pretty sweet videos. But I mean, are you guys just absolutely grinding out there? It looks like you're working really hard.
Nah, we out there grinding for real. Like we out there, you know what I'm saying, working and you know what I'm saying, doing what we got to do. And we really out there working. Like we really out there and getting to
You guys
it.
practiced in the snow, right? During that snowstorm.
Oh yeah, we did. We had sled pulls and
Nice.
How is that?
shoot, it was fun. I loved it for real. Like
Yeah, so we know a lot of the big names like yourself, Casey Thompson. We know a lot of the big guys. Is there one guy on the team that we can really look out for that Husker Nation might not really know about?
I'm gonna go with my dog Billy. I'm going with my dog Billy Kemp.
Yeah.
Love to hear that.
I'm gonna go with my dog. Like listen, he's a really hard worker, and you know what I'm saying. Yeah, I think he got some really good talent too. Like,
You think he's gonna be a guy who comes in and makes like an immediate impact?
yeah.
Good.
The game I'm looking forward to most is Colorado. I've been saying I think that game kind of sets the tone for the whole season. Is there like one game in particular that you're really looking forward to?
You said one game that I'm looking forward to?
Yeah.
Shoot, on the real, I'm looking forward to all of the games.
Yeah,
there you
that's
go.
a football guy answer. We love that.
What's one part of your game you would like want to improve on this year? Like, you know, receiving, pass blocking, you know, is there one area you really want to improve on this year that, you know, maybe you didn't do as well last year, even though you ran the ball like crazy? Just kind of what do you want to improve on this offseason?
I want to improve on like being more explosive and being more dominant for real. I feel like I'm already dominant, but I feel like I can make my presence known like a little more. I feel like I can be more dominant, and you know what I'm saying, and just focus on getting upfield a little more for real.
Absolutely.
Nice.
Do you have any specific like goals for this year? Like anything that you're trying to accomplish? Obviously, the team, we want to win a national championship, but like, what are your goals for this year?
Shoot, my goals for this year is to, you know what I'm saying, be the best teammate that I can be the best player that I can be the best leader that I can be, and just you know what I'm saying, help my team reach our goals, and I truly feel like we're gonna like win a bowl game and go.
Oh, yeah. I think we're gonna do
win the
more.
Natty?
We're gonna do more than that.
Win the Natty?
Yeah, yeah. Hopefully, not. I really feel like we can for real. Like I feel like we can go 8-9+ this year.
Yo, I got one question for you. You've been posting some bangers on your Instagram stories lately, some Dirty Sprite 2 and some young NBA young boy. Who you listen to before a game to get locked in? Who's your go-to rapper?
Yeah.
Dude, I'll probably listen to YoungBoy, or not really. The person I really listen to is probably No Cap. I probably listen to No Cap.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. No cap. Who would you list your top 3 rappers right now? Who's in your top 3?
Top 3 right now?
I know that's a question. There's a lot of them.
Probably No Cap. I'm gonna go with Future.
Okay.
Still go with Future. And then I mean on my third one I'm probably 21 Savage, something like that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I got one more for you. So, obviously the boys have been drinking the Kool-Aid. We're pumped up for this year. We think Matt Rhule's the guy. What can we expect out of you as well as the boys this year? Like, what kind of team is Husker Nation going to get this year?
I feel like Husker Nation is gonna get a well-rounded team, a sound team, a team that, you know what I'm saying, isn't gonna stop until, you know what I'm saying, the game is won or till the game is over. You feel me? Like a non giving up team, like a really talented team. You know what I'm saying? Just a really great team to see, a really disciplined team to see, and just, you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? The team that everybody want to see, for real.
Absolutely. We love to hear that.
Yeah.
Well, AG, this has been awesome. Thank you so much for coming on. We really appreciate it. We're excited to watch you and the boys eat next year. It's going to be great.
All right.
Yes, sir. Well, thanks for coming on, man. We appreciate it.
All right. No, I appreciate y'all.
You bet. Go Big Red.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Anthony. AG. Great interview. Excited to see what he can do this year.
Looking forward to watching him.
Lead us to a national championship.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's going to be fun. Very fun.
He likes what he's seeing from the boys. So.
Yeah. So,
working hard. Likes Rhule.
Likes
so that's
Rhule.
good.
Says the boys are grinding. So excited to see what happens.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else, boys?
No, I
don't think
I
so.
watched a quick Rhule thing, and it has me just fired up.
Okay, good.
In a good way.
Okay.
It's
good.
We love that.
on 3 sports.
Okay.
On 3 recruiting, whatever it is.
Yeah, I've seen that.
It's a program changer.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Make sure to
yeah.
Make sure to tune in Sunday, BTN Husker basketball against Iowa.
Yep.
For
yeah.
Yeah.
Need to win.
Need to win
At
to keep the
Iowa.
tourney hopes alive.
Yep. They're gonna do it.
They're gonna
I know
do it.
they will.
I get.
So if we
Confidence.
lose to Iowa, say we get to the Big Ten title game, are we in?
I think if we lose one of these next two, lose just to Iowa because we already beat Michigan State. If we lose to Iowa, I think we have to win the Big Ten tournament.
Which we can do.
Yeah, because
We
if
can
we
get
would
hot.
lose in the Big Ten championship, we'd have 16 losses. That ain't getting in.
Yeah.
You'd have to win the tournament.
What about a close loss?
Still don't think so.
Okay.
So let's just win.
We'll just beat
Yeah,
Iowa.
Just win, baby.
Just keep winning, and it'll take care of itself.
Yeah.
It's gonna be good.
Yeah.
All right. This is the Boys Down Bad podcast. I'm Dylan.
Peters.
Chris.
Have yourselves a top 10 weekend.